Here's a bold statement. Kamaru Usman is casting serious doubt on Dana White's recent account of a physical altercation with Francis Ngannou, and it's sparking a conversation that's as intense as it is intriguing. But here's where it gets controversial. Usman, a close friend of Ngannou and a former UFC champion himself, isn't buying the UFC CEO's version of events, at least not entirely. Let's break it down. During a recent podcast appearance, Dana White recounted a story where he claimed Francis Ngannou, the former UFC heavyweight champion, physically confronted him during a meeting. According to White, Ngannou grabbed him by the shirt, pushed him into his office, and then did the same to UFC Chief Business Officer Hunter Campbell. The alleged reason? Ngannou was upset about not receiving a Fight of the Night bonus after a victory. And this is the part most people miss. Usman, while not outright calling White a liar, finds the narrative hard to swallow. On the Pound for Pound podcast, Usman shared his skepticism, stating, "Listen, I wasn't there, but I don't think this happened like this." When co-host Henry Cejudo pressed him on whether he was accusing White of dishonesty, Usman clarified, "Did I say that? No, absolutely not." Instead, he questioned the plausibility of the scenario, painting a vivid picture of the power dynamics at play. "It's hard to believe," Usman explained, "because Dana White has this aura, this commanding presence that makes you think twice before stepping out of line." He likened it to the intimidating presence Ngannou himself carries as a fighter, suggesting that confronting White in such a manner seems unlikely. Usman's perspective isn't just a random opinion. It's rooted in his deep connection with Ngannou. As part of the African Three Kings alongside Ngannou and Israel Adesanya, Usman has shared the UFC spotlight and understands the dynamics of their world. Ngannou has also been a vocal supporter of Usman, even appearing at his ceremonial weigh-ins for a recent fight despite his own fallout with the UFC after signing with PFL. Here's the kicker. Usman isn't dismissing White's story entirely, but he's suggesting it might not have unfolded exactly as described. "I'm not saying it's false," he noted, "but it might not have gone down the way it sounded." This situation raises a thought-provoking question. How much should we trust second-hand accounts, especially when they involve high-stakes personalities like Dana White and Francis Ngannou? Ngannou has yet to publicly address the incident, leaving fans and analysts to speculate. What do you think? Is Usman onto something, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. This is one debate you won't want to miss.